Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, 3-alarm blaze destroys church in Lebanon. A 3-alarm fire ripped through the First Baptist Church in Lebanon late Wednesday night. The blaze broke out just before 11:30 p.m. and massive flames destroyed the structure on School Street, fire officials said. Multiple crews responded to the scene, but officials called the church a total loss. Officials said the fire likely started in the rear of the church. Firefighters have not been able to investigate the cause due to concerns about the church's structure integrity. One firefighter suffered minor soldier injuries while fighting the flames. No one was inside the church when the fire started. Police search for Franklin man considered armed dangerous. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
We're reaching out a hand and saying, we'll meet you halfway, but you got to come that half yourself, so, or else we'll find him anyway.
Dozens of law enforcement officials are looking for Ryan Brouillard. He's accused of taking part in some sort of altercation at a home on Pleasant and Prospect Streets and was allegedly armed when confronted by police. Tabitha Van Polen was inside that same house where it all took place.
He hit my friend with a gun in the head twice, and then we sat into the living room. He went back into the other. He told us we were all going to die. He said, "You're all going to die tonight."
Van Polen says she jumped out of a second-story window, drove away, and called police. Nearby residents were ordered to shelter in their homes. Others were evacuated. Chief Goldstein says at one point, police dogs tracked Brouillard's scent to the nearby river trail, but eventually lost it. It's not far from where Wendy Jackson made a frightening discovery.
Saw that somebody had obviously tried to start what we call the plow truck, and it didn't start, and we saw footprints that were running across the pasture.
She flagged down police and says officers were on their property for hours.
They had the rifles drawn, and they were all over the property, and it was pretty intimidating.
Chief Goldstein says Brouillard is familiar with officers in this area, multiple felonies on his record, prison time, and he's currently on parole.
I didn't know until after the fact that it was a 250-pound guy, armed, out there. I had no idea, and I realized that I'm like right next to his footprints. Kind of scary.
And now Brouillard is described as about 6 feet 6 inches tall, 250 pounds, with brown hair and green eyes. Police are urging anyone who may see him to stay away and call them immediately. Live in Franklin tonight, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Debbie Reynolds, Hollywood legend and mother of Carrie Fisher, dies at 84. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Breaking news tonight. Beloved and legendary actress Debbie Reynolds has died at age 84, just one day after the death of her daughter, Star Wars actress Carrie Fisher. Tonight we'll hear from celebrities in mourning as we celebrate her storied life, one-of-a-kind screen presence. She was the definition of Hollywood glamour in the golden age of cinema. Debbie Reynolds, whose career spanned generations, yielding enduring classics like Singing in the Rain, died today at the age of 84. It's a tragic Hollywood ending for the gifted actress with a mile-wide smile passing just one day after her beloved daughter, Carrie Fisher, died of a heart attack. Debbie's son, Todd Fisher, telling ABC News, his mother was under stress over the death of her only daughter, missing her terribly, suddenly falling ill at her Los Angeles home. At around 1 p.m., Reynolds was rushed to the hospital in serious condition, where doctors determined she had suffered a massive stroke, but were unable to save her.
There is a clinical entity known as broken heart syndrome, which refers to an entity where the heart muscle becomes temporarily stunned, does not contract or beat properly. So while we don't know whether that was the case with Debbie Reynolds, she lost her daughter, and anyone who's lost a child would say that losing a child is the most painful and the most stressful event possible in life.
Reynolds and her daughter, Carrie Fisher, were incredibly close. They lived next door to each other in Beverly Hills.
Separated by one daunting hill.
It's featured in the upcoming HBO documentary, Bright Lights.
Mommy, I'm home. You cannot keep that phone. It's ridiculous.
But they had some difficult times together as well, something they discussed on Oprah in 2011.
I always feel, as a mother does, that I protect her. Who would...
Okay, and there you go on that report. If you want to watch the full video, just go to abcnews.go.com. Apple dominates Samsung in holiday gadget shopping while Google struggles to excite. Apple and Samsung dominated Christmas wish list this year, but both had a lackluster holiday season, according to a new study. Kim Jong-un has executed over 300 people since coming to power. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
A reminder that no one is safe in North Korea. The regime of Kim Jong-un executing yet another member of the elite. Kim Yong-jin, a top education official, was executed by firing squad in July, according to South Korea's Unification Ministry. Accused of having a bad attitude at the key Supreme People's Assembly in June, investigated by the State Security Department and found to be anti-party and counter-revolutionary. Seoul saying Wednesday they also believe two other high-ranking officials have been reprimanded. This man, Kim Yong-chol, in charge of the department that handles inter-Korean affairs, a South Korean government official tells us he's accused of abusing power and being overbearing. He was apparently sent to a farm for re-education for 1 month. An official from the propaganda department also sent away from Pyongyang since late May. It's not an exact science. South Korean officials have been wrong about executions in the past. Information from the isolated country is scarce, and North Korea almost never publicly acknowledges them. One notable exception, December 2013, and the execution of Kim Jong-un's uncle, Chan Son-taek, publicly accused of being a traitor of all ages. South Korean and US officials say they consider Kim Jong-un to be more brutal and impulsive than his father, the late Kim Jong-il. His willingness to execute, breeding loyalty through fear, according to defectors. A government think tank here in South Korea estimates that more than 100 officials have been executed since Kim Jong-un took power less than 4.5 years ago. Rank, even family connection, meaning little to the North Korean leader. Paula Hancock's CNN Seoul.
Okay, and there you go on that video. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.